女優気がつかなかったな。
変態だ
待て君は
お前はさっきの変態
変態は君だ。俺の袋を覗こうとしてたんだろう。
Have you ever wanted to play an anime? Like, play Code Geass? Because holy shit, that is what Sakura Wars feels like, and it's awesome. I say Code Geass because while it's not the exact kind of setting that Code Geass takes place in, it has that vibe and a similar structure to its narrative. I'm sure people out there versed in more mecha anime than I am could find a dozen better comparisons, but this one works just fine. It reminds me of Code Geass because rather than having a central focus on mechs, called spherical strikers in this game, mechs are kind of just there in terms of the story, at least as far as Code Geass Season 1 and the earlier chapters of Sakura Wars are concerned. Sakura Wars is a character-focused, story-driven experience that starts with a young ex-Navy captain named Kamiyama shortly after he is dispatched to a theatre on an unknown assignment. It isn't long before it's revealed your new assignment is to become captain of the Flower Division of the Imperial Combat Review. There are many combat reviews all over the world who are charged with protecting citizens from dangerous demons and other magical enemies. The one you've been put in charge of, though, is not in too good a shape. Unless of course you're talking about its members, which are all women. The narrative is split into two distinct parts, much like Persona. Building relationships and exploring various social situations are what you'll be doing in the theatre, while mech combat takes place through various missions that arise as part of the story. The members of the Flower Division also put on shows at the theatre, but much like their mech combat skills, their acting skills leave a lot to be desired. It is essentially your job to return the Imperial Combat Review to its former glory. At the heart of character and social interactions is the lips system. At first, this seems like any old basic choice system, but it does things that others just don't do. I have not come across any dialogue choice mechanics that are as fun and as interesting as this one. You will frequently be given the opportunity to respond in different ways. You only have a limited time to make your choice though, which really forces you to just go with your first instincts. Plus, if you let the timer run out, the game doesn't choose an option for you, it's actually a separate viable option on its own that symbolizes Kamiyama not responding or staying silent. There's also the analog lips system, which shows you the line of dialogue you are about to say, but it gives you control over how much intensity Kamiyama delivers the line with. It can actually have a drastic effect on the way a scene is viewed. A line can go from inspirational to almost defeatist. All of the lips choices, whether it be intensity, the dialogue itself, or remaining silent, change the way the conversation and the story progresses, and of course it can also affect the trust levels among the members of the team. Now there's another reason this game feels a lot like you're playing an anime series, and that is because it is actually structured like one. The game is split into chapters, with each chapter representing an episode, complete with intermissions, previews, and recaps. This is all complemented by a monstrous amount of gorgeous fully animated cutscenes. To give you an idea of just how many, Persona 5 Royal is roughly 38GB in size, while Sakura Wars is nearly 50GB, and no doubt that size is a result of the vast amount of animation in the game. Finally, we come to combat, and this is where there is good news and bad news. Jumping in a mech and fighting a bunch of enemies is serviceable in its current state. It's a hack and slash like combat system that takes a little while to get the hang of thanks to it missing some fairly basic features. The camera is quite annoying to control, and there is no manual lock-on or target feature. The game itself has a sort of soft lock-on feature that kicks in once you start a combo, but you have to fight the urge not to touch the analog sticks, which messes with how the game tries to track a target. The good news is actually twofold here. By the time I reached the first boss, I had more or less gotten the hang of it and was pulling off perfect dodge after perfect dodge and landing combo after combo. The really good news though is that Sega received a lot of feedback about the game during its Japanese release and will be adding many requested features in an early patch for the Western release. The features being added include a manual lock-on system along with improvements to the camera, the ability to manually save and load during the theater sections, new control schemes, a full chat log, and new content designed on the upcoming Sakura Wars anime. I think that's all I've got for the preview right now. I will have a full review up around the time of launch, so keep an eye out for that. I'm certainly looking forward to diving back in. It's been an absolute delight so far. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon.